Today, I am going to show you guys how I make my mockup master files in Canva. And what that means is I get everything that I need to make my mockups for every single digital product that I create, and I have it in one big file on Canva. So all I have to do is drag and drop my new designs and list them. Now, in previous tutorials, I've walked you through how to set up your branding kit and how to set up your apps here. So the first thing that we're going to do is I provide this template for you guys in the school exclusives, and it is under, let me see, classroom, school exclusives, Etsy mockup guides, and you'll have the link for this there. And what we're going to do is first things that we want to do is we want to change the branding colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this here, which is just the little banner. I'm going to select the black, and this is where your brand kit will show up from the previous video that we made. And I'm going to pick a color. So I usually use purple, but for this tutorial, I'm going to do pink. And it actually pops up a little window to where you can change all of the black in the design to the pink. What this looks like now is this. So it has bulk edited that type of banner in every single one, but it did not change all of my text, which is perfect. So the first four that I have here, actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first 5 that I have here are going to be for PNG designs, which is going to be like your finished merged layered design that you're doing, that you're selling either as a digital product or you are putting on a physical product. So you have a spot here for this. This is just the plain simple one that I would start with. And then as you get better at everything, obviously that will just lead you into doing some better mock-ups. And the more that you do it, the more time that you spend, the easier this is going to be for you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load in my Google Drive, and I'm going to go ahead to my folders. I'm going to go into my Lifetime Drive, and I'm going to go to my finished PNGs. Then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to pick something that I have finished that we can add to do a mock-up. So let's just do sports, and we're going to go cheer. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and select this design, and it's going to put it into the window here, and it will be blurry until Canva has completely moved it over, and then that will clear up. So you'll actually see that happen on screen. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to center this, and I have this set with the mockup guide. So let me go to file here, settings, and I have the lock guides right here. I have the rulers and the guides selected to where you can see them. And the reason why I do this is because Etsy likes to crop your mockups about 4 different ways, and you never know what they're going to do with it. So I try to keep all of the relevant information in the square, and then further pictures after your main photo can have a lot on the side, or at least just to have like your main concept here, even if you have some spillover on the sides, so that when your person is scrolling and they see your design, they see what they're purchasing and they understand it. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is I actually have in my brand photo here, under my logos, I actually just uploaded my mock-up, and this is going to be the watermark mock-up. And I'm holding Alt as I drag to keep it the same size, and I am going to drag that behind the banner because I don't want it to show right here, but I do want it to protect the design. Then I'm going to click the watermark, select the color, and you can either do this as a black or a white color. Then I'm going to go to transparency, and we're going to lower the transparency because we don't need it that bright, right? We don't need it that solid. It's going to be really hard to see the design, and they're not going to purchase because they can't see it. But we want to protect our artwork as much as we can with AI now to be able to keep people from stealing it. So I'm going to put that at about 45 because they can see the design really well without having to try to look through the watermark, but also you can also see the watermark really well. So let's go to another example. And let's see here. So this is a what's included, and then you want to put all of your big pain points that you have solved and everything that you have included in this bundle. So if it's a bundle, you put PNG bundle. You put that it has 14 files, that they are trendy, that they are this specific trend. And you put all of your information here. And then if you have something that would be confused, so if they think maybe this PNG design bundle also has Canva frames, you would put does not include Canva frames, just the finished design. And we're going to go ahead and scroll. This is your licensing page. This is where you're going to decide what you want them to do with your products and what you do not. Now, if you are using commercial use clip art or things from others, you have to also make sure that this license is not going to go against the person that you purchased from, your vendor that you've purchased, your graphics, your fonts. So if someone says that you have a font and you cannot use it to make an alpha set, and then you not only sell it as an alpha set, but let others do so, that is not good. That can get you sued. So make sure that you guys are doing your due diligence and that you're checking everything that you need for your licensing. And this is how I have my digital paper set up. You can change right here if it's seamless or not seamless. I think this one I already have set up for you guys as not seamless. And I'm going to go back to my apps and go back to my Google Drive, and I'm going to pull in a digital paper so that you can see what it looks like. I tried to set these up as the least, what am I trying to say? I tried to set these up as simple as possible so that you guys do not have to move the shadows around and do all of the extra work in order to get the mock-ups going. So this is what a digital paper would look like. And then I also have a few different slides. So you can do a 1 digital paper pack, a 3. I've got the 5, the 8, and the 16 already done for you guys. And this is what the 16 would look like. You just drag and let it snap in place and continue on all the way up. Now, let me go over here. This is another little thing that you can do of what's included. So do your points here of they are seamless and hand drawn, hand lettered, whatever you want to do for that, you can do that there. This is just an extra slide if you need it for Etsy. So this would be if you already have gotten reviews, you can put some of the reviews here. Please do not share names as that is a privacy issue. Just do the actual what the star was, which obviously guys, we only want to do 5 stars, and go ahead and put the copy and paste of what they put on the review. This is another little thing that you can use to highlight different details. So if it's a faux embroidered, you would do that here, or faux yarn, or whatever that would be, or maybe it's got a glitter detail, I would put that here, and then leave the high quality and make sure that it's 300 DPI. This is what I have for you guys to do your logos. So your main logo goes here, and then you have a different color, usually just white with the color, and then initials here. Once again, this would change once you've changed your branding fonts. So this will automatically change for you, and then you can add, tweak, if you want to add graphics, make it cute. If you guys are using Google Drive, and I know if you're not doing PNGs, then you probably are using some type of software, whether it be Google Drive, OneDrive, there's a few different others, a Dropbox, things like that. You would just put that here so that they know that you're including a PDF with a link to the product, that they won't be able to download it directly from Etsy. This is what I do for my alpha sets for my second one. So what I'll actually do when I do my alphas is I'll make the original design right here, and I'll have, Crafty Digital or whatever, if I'm doing a Christmas font, I'll do a Christmas text right here. I'll put this and make this a alpha set. And then what I like to do is I like to group that picture over here with what it includes, and make sure you put, if it's uppercase, lowercase, numbers, what punctuation and things they're going to get, their special characters. And then this is 2 more just extra ones you do not have to include, but it's how it works, so they know how to add the listing, complete the payment, download and do all the things. And then this is a redirect back to your shop. So this is where I put a screenshot of my Etsy shop here, so they get a view of some of the other things that I offer. And the last thing I wanted to show you is for these PNG design bundles, I have them set this way so that you can actually pull in, and let me go ahead and do it, a mock-up. And let's see is I gotta remember where I've put it because we're still getting used to, I think this is a mock-up section. Here we go. So these are some that I have purchased. And so what you would do is you would just drag and drop your flat lay in here, do your main trendy design if it's a bundle, and then you could do some other ones over here and then add your mock-up. And once you've done the mock-up the first time, you literally can just select, right click, copy, select, right click, paste. And then I'm going to move it back because we want under the bar down here. But that will protect the mock-up that you're using as well as your design. And if it's standing out too much, drop it to where you can still see the mock-up and the watermark and the design, but they can't steal it without some effort. And I hope that covers everything. I know this is a little bit of a longer tutorial, but there's just a lot that goes into the mock-ups. But this is how I do it and how I set it up, and you guys do have access to this. So I hope this helps, and just drop any requests or comments that you guys have in the community.